This is our MEWAS. This is our MEWAS, as you can see. Our MEWAS. So we'll keep it aside.
Our cetyl alcohol. This is our cetyl alcohol. You can see cetyl alcohol. Yes. This is our caustic soda. This is our caustic soda. The caustic soda. This is our SLOS. Our SLOS. Our SLOS. This is our jelly. Our jelly. This is our jelly. This is our jelly. This is our paraffin oil. This is our paraffin oil process. This is our paraffin oil. Our paraffin oil is ready. I'll show you later. Don't show that side. Now this is our pea glycol. Our pea glycol. It is oil. Our pea glycol. This is our lanolin. Our lanolin. This is our lanolin. This is our glycerin. Our glycerin. The glycerin. Now these are our containers. The container we'll be using to package it. Our containers. Here we have our bucket and our stirring rod. Okay. This is our pots, which we use in cooking some of the ones that we need to dissolve. So you can use stove if you don't have this type, because I'm in the lab, I'm using this. So if you don't have it, you can use stove or any firewood, something like that, just for you to be able to dissolve the oil and the rest of the dissolvables.
I'll be using quarter liter of, no, just say, I'll be using quarter liter of paraffin oil. This is our paraffin oil, so I'll be using quarter liter of it. So I will add my paraffin oil. So after adding the paraffin oil, then I have my jelly. So I go ahead and add my jelly to it. I hope you're capturing the thing very well. I'll go ahead and add my jelly. So all the oil or oil soluble materials is actually what we'll be adding here. Then I will allow it to dissolve by stirring it a little. I will stir it a little for it to be able to dissolve properly. Please, I want you to follow me step by step. Do not skip this video, because anytime you skip this video, you may miss one step or the other, and by the time you try to produce your own, you may have a failed result. So I must make sure that this particular jelly dissolves properly. Now that it has properly dissolved, so I'm going to be adding my MEWAS. I'll be adding my MEWAS to it, making sure that the MEWAS dissolves properly. It doesn't take time to dissolve. Now, after dissolving the Amy wasp, the next thing there is I'm going to add my acetyl alcohol. I add my acetyl alcohol. It is still oil soluble. It can dissolve in oil. So I sort it properly. As you can see, it is dissolving gradually. It's gradually dissolving. Please, while doing it, ensure that all the materials, all the chemicals you are using dissolves properly before you add the next chemical or the next ingredients. Now this one has now properly dissolved. Hope that thing is recording. That's properly dissolved. Okay, so the next thing there is we will now add our SLOS. I'll add our SLOS to it, and we begin to stir it. Begin to stir it. The SLOS takes a little time to dissolve. Doesn't just dissolve very quickly, so you need to be patient a little. You need to be very patient for it to properly dissolve. It is dissolving already. It is dissolving already. So after some minutes, we were able to get something like this. It has properly, the SLS has properly dissolved. It has properly dissolved. So, and that was after heating it for some minutes. Then the next thing there is you add our P-glycan, glycol. So this is it. So I will add half of this. I'll add half of this. Okay. Then after adding, we still stir it. That's it. Yeah. So this is our lanolin. This is our lanolin. So I'm just going to be adding some little quantity of lanolin to it. Just small quantity, not much. If you have your teaspoon, you can just take like 2 teaspoons of the lanolin. Please always remember to put on your nose mask while doing this. For me, I am putting on nose mask, or you may not really see it. So this is our glycerol. This is our glycerol. So I'm going to put the glycerol, just little quantity, not much. If you have your spoon, you can put like 3 teaspoons of glycerol or glycerin. Now, after I have put in that, so I just have to stir it a little. So at this point, I'm going to add some water in order to dissolve the caustic soda. So dissolve the caustic soda. So after dissolving it, pause. Okay, so we'll now add this sodium hydroxide right in here. It is boiling because the sodium hydroxide on it.
Yes. Now, if you are a beginner in this project, you've not done it before, please, I will advise you to allow the caustic soda to cool. At least if you can be able to leave the caustic soda after soaking it in water for some hours, like 24 hours or 48 hours, which is 2 days, so that it can get cooled very well. And as well, the mixture you mixed, you still allow it to cool properly before you mix the both of them together. The reason is because when you go ahead and mix instantly, if you are still a beginner, because there are some things, some precautions I had to take while doing this particular one. So if you do it directly without taking some of the precautions that I will have to explain in my other videos, as far as hair relaxer is concerned, look at the effects. The water that you'll be adding and the caustic soda will be separated. That is after you must have finished your production, discover that the water will be different, and your product will be different. And if at the end of the day you happen to use it directly on your hair, maybe immediately after production, you discover that it will be very harsh on the hair. Even before 10 minutes, the hair will start, you start feeling the hotness on your hair, and it can easily burn your hair. So my advice for you is, if you are just starting, today is the first time of trying to produce hair relaxer, all you need to do is, after you must have soaked your caustic soda, you allow it to stand for 24 hours. Yes, just allow it to stand for 24 hours. Then immediately after, you must have finished preparing oil, dissolving all your ingredients in the oil. You still allow it to cool, properly cool. Possibly you allow it to stay like 2 hours or 3 hours, so that it can cool properly before you can go ahead and add your caustic soda, and you will have a perfect relaxer that even when you apply it on your hair, it will relax your hair properly, and takes time before the head starts hurting you, even if your hair is clean.